What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy with Animals Adventures, and this video is going to be about the More Expo and some of the things we saw when we were up there. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Best parking lot guy in the world right here. This guy right here. He's got the More Expo going.
Fire rocks.
Got a diesel, David. Sweet Alu cab.
King shots.
I know.
This here, everything clear, what this is. Yeah, everything. They don't have to put slide it out.
Doing good.
Yes, this is our hardwall by Order Designs. We have a full queen size bed platform up there.
Really?
Yeah, and even with the bed fully down, you have over 2.5 feet of space to stand up, change, get up and down from the bed. We built it so you can actually keep your bedding, mattress, and pillows up on there when you collapse the tent and close it up. So really convenient, really livable. A lot of space. This is also our interior, built by Viato equipment, and this is like the bench system.
This here?
Yeah, it encloses the wheel area. The wheel area uses creates usable space. We have side access, and then also, yeah, if you want to take a look here, we have top access also.
Sweet.
So yeah, so you can
Get down into the...
Yeah, get down in there, stow anything you need. Really accessible, super sturdy. And we also have other options as well. In the Tacoma, we have show drawers and things like that for the bench system. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. I actually, when I keep my...
And this is our soft dwell version, so they're both the same size tent.
Yeah.
Two different options for, you know,
That's cool.
Or other perspectives. And so here we have the drawer options. So we have drawers that come out this way, but also we can build ones that come out for you.
Sweet.
Really modular, really able to choose exactly what you want.
What's the weight on a 5-foot bed?
The weight is around 350.
Okay. That thing is awesome. One of the tents I'm wanting. 4x4 Colorado. This is just like a slide-in unit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Say what brand.
So, and because we're like here in China, you can come to us. You guys, as you get more interested in, if you want to see again, come up, check out the plant. I'm always happy to do it. It's kind of fun. We work Monday through Thursday, but I'm always available on Fridays.
All right, so this is a storyteller section. This is a really cool FJ. Here's the coolest top.
Well, I guess since everything works fine.
Perfect. I'll follow you.
Like it doesn't make sense until somebody explains it to you, and you're like,
What?
okay, I can understand the physics behind that.
Invention.
But like it's just dead.
Did we already see this one or this one?
Yeah, we already did that.
This room is not as busy. Do what?
Map.
Where? Oh, no.
Springs kind of area. It's kind of like
Let's do it. No. Is that cushy?
Ice cream?
Let's go over to Jimmy's home.
What's your name? Daryl.
Are you happy now?
Here's Tony's rig from Bats Off Road. It's got a pretty cool setup. Got him Rhino rack up top. Rhino rack. iCamp Mini. The deck system. And he's got Falcon shocks on a Clayton. He's got a Clayton lift. It's probably the coolest thing we've seen here at the show. Now, I don't know that I would ever get this thing off road, but man, it is sharp. I mean, it is pristine. Thing's awesome. Was as my camera fell. Fully charged. Do I ever come prepared? Listen, she's asking
Listen,
if I'm
Linda.
prepared, and I had a battery. When my battery went dead, I had one in my pocket ready to go. Look.
Wow. Good job.
Well, that Colorado, baby. Lift it up.
Turn right onto
Look,
East
look at that. Look at that. That's a bad Colorado. That's great. Ooh, look at this FJ right here. See that two little Jeep right there with the top turned into a truck? Look at that FJ. No, it's a Land Cruiser. Yep. It was actually, I think, in between these two trees right up here. Right in there. There you go, David. There's the Hummer trailer. Look right there. Look right there, David. In Colorado.
Where's Mama?
See, you could be in the in crowd with the Colorados if you had one. Look at that. There's an Opus. Look at this thing. What is that? There's a There's Kelly, the skinny guy right there. That's the Toddy Walker. Kelly. A red power wagon right there. this intersection didn't have anybody in there. Well, I hate we didn't get to camp, but at least we had some. David got to get a good night's rest in a nice springy mattress.
No coffee. Stove, shower. Our showers have been nice, but there's
No
been like
pressure.
no water pressure. It's just like a gentle mist on you.
There's some stuff that's free right there. It's so rude. Yeah, none of this, like nothing over here. Look at this. Let's see these things. They haven't made them in several years, but that it's a V-high cross.
Yep.
That thing is supposed to be one of the most off-road worthy vehicle made.
I remember when they came out.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. Okay, so that's the end of the video, and I don't know if you watched my video from last year, but I feel like this video sucked compared to that, just being honest. And not making excuses, but kind of give you a little background to why I didn't kind of go through and do all the detailed stuff, like go through all the booths and like walk around the trailers and like do a lot of detailed stuff. So leading up to the expo, we were kind of making plans to go up there. We had different things going on, so we was making plans to go up there, and the weather kept saying terrible weather, it's going to rain for several days. So we decided, hey, let's get an Airbnb. We'll do that. That way we don't have to fight with the rain. We can relax. So that's just what we decided to do. And to come to find out, wound up being a perfect weekend weather-wise. On our way up, we ran into like maybe 30 minutes of rain. It was actually pretty far south of the expo when we ran into the rain. Now I think Thursday or maybe Wednesday night, I can't remember, they had got a pretty good storm come in, or it might have been during the day on Thursday while we were traveling. But once it came through, I think it got pretty serious. I think some hail came in. It was pretty bad weather there for just a little bit, and then it turned out beautiful the rest of the weekend. So it was kind of a bummer that we didn't get to camp, but the Airbnb that we had picked was really cool. It was a loft, so it was unique. It's really nice. It was a place, me and my wife could get away. The kids didn't go with us that weekend, so it was a cool, relaxing place. So at least we thought, and we had invited several people to go with us. Only one of them was able to go, my buddy David with the Hummer. So we get up Thursday morning, head out. We're driving, get there. David was going to come up on Friday, and he was going to leave really early Friday morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning. meet us for breakfast. Once we got up and got going, he would get there. We'd eat breakfast, then we were going to go to the show. And just have a, spend the day there, walking around, looking at everything, doing all the stuff. Well, I get a phone call from him. He's like, hey, I'm getting pretty close to coming into Springfield. What time y'all want to eat, blah, blah, blah. Had a quick conversation. And then he's like, but been having some issues. And long story short, we get off the phone. We're getting ready, get another phone call from him. He lets us know he's having to get a tow truck. And just a major issue. He messed up transfer case. I think the drive shaft had pulled loose and wallowed out. I mean, it was an ordeal. Exhaust pulled loose from the manifold, all kinds of things that was going on with this Hummer. So we're like, okay, well, let us know what we need to do. We'll pick you up. So we decide, okay, we run through, grab us a quick bite of breakfast. So we drive over to the Expo, which there was a huge line to get in. The crowd was great. So we wait in line 30, 45 minutes to get in line. As soon as we go to check in, we get a call. And he's like, hey, I got to the shop. They got my Hummer in. Probably going to have to leave it here. So can y'all come pick me up? It's like, yeah, so let us finish getting checked in. So we get checked in, turn around, head right back out, go pick him up, take him to get him a bite to eat. Now, he'd been traveling since early in the morning. This is pushing, I don't know, 10 o'clock now, 10 or 11. I mean, it was after the Expo, so it was probably close to 11, I guess. And he hadn't had any breakfast, and, it was getting close to lunchtime. So we pull through, get him some food, get him picked up, kind of get a game plan on what we're doing, decide we're going to take him to his hotel that he got, get him checked in, get him to drop his bag and stuff off, and then we were going to the Expo. So that's what we do. We get in. At that point, the line was down a little bit, so he pretty much walks right in, gets checked in, and then we head on in. So we walk around for a few minutes outside, there 15 or 20 minutes, and my plan was I was going to kind of, with me and Megan, my wife, and David, we would walk around, spend the day looking at stuff, and then Saturday morning I would go back over, let Megan sleep in, and I'd walk around if David wanted to go, and then I would just spend several hours filming. Well, we are there 45 minutes, kind of looking around. We get into the first building, decide, hey, we're going to go to the west room first. Walking around, I get a phone call from Springfield, and this time it's like 1 o'clock, and we're there and get this phone call. I answer it, and it's the host of our Airbnb, and he says, hey man, the cleaning people are there and all your stuff's still there. Wanted to make sure, let you know y'all didn't get all your stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't get all our stuff because we're staying tonight too. And he said, no, I've only got you booked for one night. I was like, no, I booked for 2 nights. He said, no, I've only got you down for one. You've only paid for one. And I'm like, that's weird. I thought I paid for 2. So I go back, and well, when I'd booked for 2 nights, but he only had the one night open, so it just kicked me back to one night that was open, and that's what I did. So, honest mistake. Super, super good guy. He's like, man, that's fine. He goes, but I do have somebody coming in, and they can check in at 3, so I need you to get your stuff out so I can get the place cleaned up. He goes, man, and he said, I don't have anything else available. So I'm like, okay. So we decide, let's leave. Let's go get our stuff. We knew that was going to take a little bit of time to get back over there. So we do all that. Wind up spending, several hours getting back over there, getting all of our stuff out, figuring out what we were going to do, trying to find a new place. So we go back over to the Expo. And at this point, I'm kind of like, well, crap. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going back and forth trying to find. Hotels are filled up because of, it was just a bunch of people there for the event, I guess. So finally find another Airbnb that was literally right across the street from where we were. Really cool place, but I literally could not. If I'd have known beforehand that's where we're going to be, I wouldn't even had to load anything up into my car. I could have literally walked out of one, went across the street into the other. So anyway, we do all that, and at this point I'm like, this has just been a day, so we decide, hey, let's go. So we didn't get to really walk around and look and see much on the first day we were there. And then we knew on Saturday we were needing to get out of town by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at the latest, because we knew we were going to Kansas the next day to see some friends of ours. So we had about a 4.5 hour drive, so we were trying to meet them around 5 or 6. So we knew we had to get out of town around them. So I just didn't. So Saturday, it was one of those things, I wanted to look around and spend some time looking at stuff and talking to people, so I just didn't spend the time to video like I did the year before, or like I did at the Expo, Overland Expo East. I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't make the time to do that, but we just had stuff go on, and it wound up being a weekend of a little bit of chaos and hectic, but it turned out to be a great weekend. Our buddy David, we're going into the second week post the Expo, and his Hummer is still in Springfield, and he's had to ship them a transfer case that he found. So probably, hopefully, maybe by the middle of this week, he can drive up, and he's going to have to rent a car, drive up, and get it, and drive it home. So it's been an ordeal for him. So it just turned into a crazy weekend, and we didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do. But sometimes that's what happens when you plan trips, you have adventures. Something doesn't go to plan, you can almost bank on that. And I kind of let it get the best of me, so I didn't take the time to film like I wanted to. So it's kind of a little bit disappointed with how the video turned out, and just because I really wanted to. There was a lot of unique trailers and there was a lot of Subarus there this year. I wanted to walk around those. A lot of just a lot of the cool gear that the More Expo has, that's like the smaller stuff that you can get hands on. You can climb up in everything. It was just and touch a lot of the gear that we like and that we were interested in. So didn't get to do that as much as I'd wanted to, but it was more important to take care of the important things, like our friend David. He needed to, that getting him, not leaving him stranded was more important than us walking around. And we wound up having a great weekend, seeing friends that we hadn't seen in over a year, that had moved to Wichita, Kansas. So we got to go over there and spend some time with them. So it turned out to be a good weekend. And then Sunday we drove home. That was kind of how our weekend went. And I hope in the comments y'all let me know how, what your experiences were at the Expo. I know several people that went. I just, unfortunately, we didn't get time to spend with any of them. There were several people I wanted to get to hang out with, and we just didn't have the time because of everything else that went on. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel this year, and got some cool stuff coming up. Had a trip planned for this coming weekend. That kind of has gotten, life just seems to get in the way sometimes of some of these trips, but we got a few more events we're trying to do. If you'll see in the video, if you get all the way through it, we're at the end of it. I'm kind of pointing out a lot of Colorados to David. He's the guy that's got the Hummer. I think I might have him talked into getting rid of the Hummer since he's had so much trouble with it, and going with the Colorado. Maybe he really likes the ZR2 platform, so I think that'd be really cool. I'd like to have that on the channel too, so I think that'd be cool. He really liked the Skinny Guy camper, so fingers crossed, maybe we'll have that on the channel. He'll have that set up pretty cool very soon. I think he'd be much happier having something that doesn't give him as much trouble. So David, if you watch this, get that ZR2 that you've been talking about. All right, guys. Again, like and subscribe. Go check our merch stuff out at Shop Overland Apparel. Got a new design. I think I'm going to try to get it worked in this year with them. So we've already got a couple of design shirts, and going to add one more. I think this year. I think we've got a pretty good idea. And that's it. So thanks for watching.